All right, seniors, it's time for us to go ahead and jump into our college application and making sure that we're getting things set up correctly in SchooLinks and beyond. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to the Claremont High School website. Scroll down about halfway. You're going to see the Counseling and Career Department. Click on that one there. It's going to open up our website, the Counseling Department's website. If you scroll down a little bit here, you're going to go ahead and see some information about resources for college application. Lots of really good information here. You'll see the cheat sheet there, the teacher materials, counseling materials, how to submit your counseling materials. All of that is here. And so if you're looking for information about what to do, I would start on this particular part of the website. If you look to the right, you'll see the SchooLinks link. And we're going to start off with our college applications in SchooLinks. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you're going to see this website pop up. Now, it by default logged me in, but you're going to get the information, a login screen that shows where to log in, and you're going to make sure that you are clicking the Google, logging in with Google. You cannot log in with your username and password. You have to use the Google login. And as long as you're logged in Google with your COSD account, it should quickly and easily jump you into SchooLinks. This is what you should see when you log into SchooLinks, okay? So I want to go through this and show you what you're going to be doing. The first thing I want to show you is going to be how to search for colleges. So if we click on college and click on school search, this is going to be a searchable database of colleges in the United States based on your preferences. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly just to show you what I'm looking at. You'll take a look. I already have 3 criteria that are already being filtered. One is for California schools, one is for public schools, and private schools. So right now, out of the 321 schools that are on here, all of them are in California, and they're either a public or private school. We're going to narrow this down a little bit, but also give us some more options. So I'm not going to limit it to California, so I'm going to X that out. And that takes away the limitation to only California schools. And you'll see right now there's 1,000+ schools that meet the public or private. That's a lot of schools to go through. Let's narrow this down a bit more. If I click on school type, this is going to give me information that, hey, I'm looking at maybe 4-year schools only right now. I click on that, it's going to narrow this down. You have options here about public and private, down a little bit further, some additional specialized schools there as well. So for now, I'm going to stick with only 4-year colleges. I'm going to go over to the right just a little bit, click on campus, and I have 3 different options here. I can look at the campus location. Campus location gives me the setting that the campus is in. Is it in an urban area? Think like downtown Los Angeles. Is it in a suburban area like Claremont? Is it in a rural area? And so you can limit it based upon that. Let's say in this situation, I only want to be in an urban or a suburban area. Click on those 2, and it's going to limit my options. Let's go down to school size. So a small school, a small college university is considered a school that's under 4,000 students. Think Claremont High School size. A medium school is going to be 4,000 to 15,000 students, and a large school is going to be 15,000 students or higher. Now, for me personally, I think I want to stick with a small or a medium school. And so I'm going to limit it to one of those 2 options. And you'll see my map is changing. My list of schools are changing. Let's go and keep going to the U.S. region. Now, I really like living on the West Coast. I'm not sure I want to go back east, so I'm going to click West as my option. And you can add in as many as you want. Once again, my list gets narrower, and now I'm down to 201 schools. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's jump over to Admissions tab. So admissions is going to be all about your information and how you fit into things. So you can take a look at the national unweighted GPA data, and you can put in your GPA. So let's say you want your unweighted GPA to be between 3.2 and 4.0. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that. So that means the minimum GPA is going to be a 3.2. You're at 30 schools now. So you can see how this continues to limit and bring this down more and more. For now, I'm going to leave this blank, actually. Okay, oops. I'm going to take that off. So I'm going to click that little X over here. I got rid of the GPA requirement. I want it a little bit broader, okay? I want to then take a look at acceptance rates. So on next one over here, I'm taking a look at an acceptance rate, and I can go low, so only schools that accept 10% or fewer. And you'll notice, you should recognize some of these names, it limits it significantly. But that's not what I want. I want a school that's going to be accepting 80% of their students or more. Totally different set of schools. Let's go to the average. Let's go right around 50% or more. And let's keep going. So again, my lists are changing. Sports, if I'm interested in a specific sport, let's say men's baseball as an example, and I don't care what division it is, so I'll pick all of these. And we'll go there. We'll pick all of them there. Okay, so now I pick my sport. Go to my degree type. Again, am I looking at a bachelor's degree? Most of us are going to be searching for bachelor's degrees here. And then your last one, this other category, schools with virtual tours. I'll show you what that means in just a second here. Go ahead and click that. That's going to limit the schools that have those virtual tours. You'll see also there's schools with counselor comments on them. That would be if I wrote a note and I said this would be a good school for you. That might be the case. That might pop up. And generally speaking, we as counselors aren't doing that, so you wouldn't have to worry about that button. Okay. Now I've picked a school that kind of fits who I am. So if I look through this, I have lots of options. Okay, I'm going to actually highlight a few of these that I might actually be interested in. So let's start with the first one here is Cal State San Marcos. Okay, that's a Cal State. It's down in the San Diego area. If I click on that, it's going to open up the school's page, and it's going to show me information about Cal State San Marcos. The first thing that you're going to see is right at the top. It's loading. It takes forever to load. I'm sorry. This is a virtual tour. So you can actually go and tour the campus with somebody virtually. It's a great way to get an idea of what the campus looks like, get some opinions on in terms of what the campus is like. Highly recommend doing that if you have a chance to. You can actually get to see everything about that campus. Great way to do a tour. Scrolling down here, we have an overview. This includes their acceptance rate, graduation rate, their total enrollment, their campus setting. This is what we talked about. It's a suburb. It's a large school. Or I'm sorry, it's a medium school in a suburb. Okay. This is the average temperature. May not be important to you, definitely important to me. Again, the virtual tour there. The student body demographics. Maybe you're interested in a school that is diverse, and this is a good example of that. There's a good racial diversity at this school. It also shows you the faculty to student ratio, 21 students to 1 faculty. Down a little bit further here, some academic program information, their degrees. So information about their degrees can be found here. Athletics that they do offer. There's my baseball Division II. Student life, what's available on that campus. The cost of the institution. There's another tool we'll talk with you about called Net Price Calculator, which we always recommend running. And I would recommend, in addition to looking what's on here, you go to each university's website, search in their search bar, Net Price Calculator, enter your information, and you'll get an actual real, very close estimate to what you would actually be paying at that school. So that's a Net Price Calculator. That's something that you'll do on that individual school's website. Down a little bit further, some more information about admissions, their application and how you apply. This is a Cal State, so of course you're going to be using the Cal State application. And then some additional suggestions based upon this school. If you're interested in this school, some additional places you may want to look at applying to. And you'll see you got San Diego State University, you got Long Beach, you got San Francisco State, so some Cal States and some UCs here as potential recommendations for you. So let's say I really like this school. This is a school I'm interested in applying to. So there's this little heart button right here. I'm going to click that, and it's going to favorite this campus. When you favorite a campus, you have the option of writing a note. So maybe I want to write a note here that baseball is strong. Just a note that, hey, this is a strong baseball program. Maybe this is a place I want to go play. Click on save. Okay. This adds it to a favorite list. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Okay, so I've done my search. I'm going to go back to my original school search, which is right up here. And I'm looking at other schools for myself. Let's say, hey, Cal Baptist, I know about them. I've already visited there. I'm going to go ahead and favorite. I don't even know the other page. I'm just going to favorite it right there. Click on favorite. And it's, again, same thing, going to come up with some notes for you. You don't have to leave a note. That's optional. I'm not going to leave a note this time. I'm just going to hit save. That also added that to my favorites. Down a little bit further here, I've got University of Redlands, another local school. I want to favorite that one. Again, favorite it, click save. So now I have a list of schools that I have favorited, schools that I'm interested in. Okay, I'm going to go back up here to my favorites and lists, and there's my 3 schools that I have favorited. Okay, this is a great way to start building a list of schools that you might be interested in. Now, I have my list, and now I'm ready to go to my applications. So I'm going to move over to this section called College Applications. Now, you can find it 2 ways, either right here at the top in the upper right-hand corner, or click on College and College Applications. Goes to the same place. The first thing you're going to get is this welcome message. So we're going to click Let's Go. And you have some stuff to fill out. It's going to start with your date of birth. Quite easy. I'm just going to say I was born yesterday. Click OK. I'm going to give my home address. And since I work at Claremont High School and I never seem to be able to leave, I'm going to put 1601 North Indian Hill Boulevard, Claremont, California. Click on Next. Now I'm at the fee waiver eligibility. If you qualify for a fee waiver, you're going to select the options here. Most of our students will qualify under this option, under free and reduced lunch program. Okay. If you don't qualify, and that will be the majority of our students, you're going to click none of the above, apply. Scroll down a little bit, click on next. Now we're on to FERPA waiver. So what is the FERPA waiver? The FERPA waiver is what waives your rights to see what goes into your college application. And now this sounds a little bit weird, but let me explain it to you. Your counselors, your teachers will write letters of recommendation for you. Those letters of recommendation we send directly to your colleges. Colleges want to know that they're getting an honest opinion of the student that they're reading on. And so your counselor is going to write the best letter possible. We never say negative things in a letter of recommendation. We always represent you in the most positive light. The schools want to know that we're being honest. And if you click here that you don't waive your rights, the schools will then question whether your counselor is being honest. So it's always in your best interest to waive your rights to see the letter. So the first thing we're going to do is click I have read and understand the FERPA release authorization. And then I'm going to click I waive my right to review all recommendation and supporting documents submitted on my behalf. You're going to type your name. The last one here, click on that and click Sign Waiver. Okay. Click on Finish Application Setup. And now we're in our Application Manager. If you haven't done those steps yet, you'll make sure you get that done before you can get to this page. Okay. On the left-hand side, I want to quickly talk about stuff here. Okay. You'll see a FAFSA or California Dream Act status. When you've completed that, you can update the status and say that you're done. You will see right below that a Common App section. Now, in this situation, I'm on a demo account, so mine will automatically come up as connected. Most of you, it should say not connected. And so the first thing I want you to do, if you're applying to Common App schools, is to click Log In or Connect Your account. It's going to open up a separate page. It doesn't for me, it will for you, where you can connect your Common App account into SchooLinks. Okay, this is important because we will send all of your documents through SchooLinks, even through the Common App schools. So you want to make sure that your Common App is set up correctly in that. If you haven't created a Common App account, then you'll need to do that before you connect them. Okay, let's get going. I want to add some schools in and show you what it means to add schools in. So if I'm in SchooLinks and I'm going to add schools, remember the schools that I was looking at, I'm going to click Add Application in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to start off with San Marcos. That was the one we looked at first. Type in San Marcos, and there it is, Cal State University, San Marcos. I click on that and click Add Application. You're going to get this screen first. This is kind of the information about the application itself, and you will see there is some information on here that is already pre-filled out. You can't change on this. That is your application type, your application method, your doc destination. I will note something here for a second. You will see it says regular decision is December 2nd. That is incorrect for this year. December 1st is the deadline this year. It's normally November 30th. For some reason, SchooLinks has not caught up on that. Just be aware of that for the Cal States and UCs. December 1st is the deadline this year. Okay, Scrolling down a little bit further, you're going to have some information that you can require, student requirements. This is optional. You don't have to do these. I would put on there, yes, I'm applying for financial aid. And then I'm going to click Save Application. Okay. This is going to be the edit screen for the application itself. And again, you'll see there, hey, that financial aid is there. It's just a reminder for you. And then when you submit the application, you're just going to click this box here that you submitted it. And that shows that it's done. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go back because the Cal State apps don't require letters of recommendation. So in reality, the counselor is not going to be sending much to the Cal States or the UCs up front. However, when we add in private schools, those are going to require recommendations. So we're going to click Add Application. And this time, we're going to add Redlands. So let me search colleges for Redlands. University of Redlands pops up. I click on that. It opens up for me, Add Application. And you will see right here the application method is Common App. So if you're applying for Common App, you actually need to add your applications within the Common Application. I'll show you that in a second. So if I scroll down a little bit, I can do the same thing, Save Application. We're going to come back to this screen in a second. So I'm going to go to colleges and college applications. I do want to show you Common App real quick. So I have Common App open. This is a demo account again. So if I click on Home, I'm going to click on My Colleges, okay? And this is going to enable me to add applications here, okay? So not what I'm wanting right now. Hold on. So right now, the one college I have added is Pomona College. So I have added this as one of my applications. If I click on that application, I click Show More Details, okay? This is going to give me information on what I need to be doing. So clicking down here where it says Pomona College, I'm going to click on College Information. This first page gives you the information that you need to know about the application itself. You have in here the application deadlines. This is going to be important. We're going to go over that in a second. There's three potential application deadlines. You have early decision 2, and regular decision. And I'll show you how to select that down the road. You're also going to see on here your application fees, and then some additional information about things that you need to know. Back up to the top, that application deadline, this is going to be important because this is what's going to come back to SchooLinks and tell SchooLinks when your deadline is and when your counselor needs to submit their materials. If you don't do this correctly, your counselor may not know when they need to submit materials, so it's really important that you do this. So we're going to jump down to the next section here, which is General. Now, under General, you're going to select your start term. That start term should be fall of 2026. Most of you are applying to start next year in the fall. The next thing down here is going to be your preferred admissions plan. These are your deadlines. So again, there are 3 different deadlines at Pomona College: early decision 2, and regular decision. Early decision is November 8th. So if you are doing that, if you plan on applying early decision, you want to make sure your counselor knows that. And they won't know that unless you mark it here. So I'm going to click early decision. That's going to mean my plan is going to be December 8th. That is going to be, November 8th. That's when my deadline is. That's when my counselor needs to be done. Okay. When you do this, it's going to transfer back to SchooLinks. As long as they are linked, it will transfer back to SchooLinks and show up in here in your college applications. Okay. There it is, right there, in your college applications. Now, this is not linked for me. So right now, it's not pulling back because this is a demo account. I can't link it to another demo account in Common App. However, it will come back looking just like that University of Redlands does. So this is another important piece. I'm going to go back to my Common App here. If you take a look down here where it says Recommenders and FERPA, if I click on that, you're going to sign the exact same FERPA waiver that you signed in SchooLinks. It's the same information. It's worded exactly the same. Again, we recommend that you go ahead and release your FERPA and that you release your right to read those materials. It's only to your benefit. Okay. Here's the thing you're going to see. On Common App, you'll see it says invite recommenders. Do not invite recommenders on Common App, okay? That is not the way we do it at Claremont High School because we have SchooLinks. All of your recommendations are going to be done through SchooLinks. So even though it says invite recommenders here, you're not going to do it here. So once you've done your FERPA, the next thing you're going to do is go back to SchooLinks. And I'm going to show you how to add recommenders in SchooLinks. If you click on that little pencil right there, it's going to open up the University of Redlands specific app that I added, hopefully in Common App, and it pulled it back to SchooLinks. Let's see if it does that. There we go. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this Add Recommender button right here. I click on that, and it's going to give me a list of teachers at Claremont High School. So let's say I want Ms. Cusano to write a letter of recommendation. I'm going to type in her last name. It's going to pop up here. I'm going to click Next, and I'm going to select the subject. It's important you have to select the subject. She is in math. If you want to write her a message, you can. So let's just say, you are my favorite teacher. Please write for me. Okay? It just gives her a little note. Honestly, you don't have to do that. Maybe something nice you do for your teacher. Click Add Recommender, and you've now added Ms. Cusano as a recommender. In this case, again, I'm on a demo, so Ms. Cusano will never get that message, but that's the way to do that. On the right-hand side, you'll see where it says Counselor Documents. Typically speaking, you will see a counselor recommendation down here. That says not needed for Redlands. Most of your Common App schools, it will be required and will automatically be there. You do not need to add a counselor recommendation. You do not need to add a school report. Those will automatically be sent on your behalf as long as you've completed the counselor questionnaire. So that will automatically be there if it's required. Okay. So I have added my recommender, and now I am done with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and click back, and I'm back on my applications. Now I'm going to continue to add applications. If it's a Common App application, I'm going to add it in my Common App profile. If it's a non-Common App school, I'm going to add it right here in SchooLinks. If you don't know, that's simple. Search for it in SchooLinks. Oops. Let's add Pomona in here. There we go. There's Pomona College, the second one down there. When I do this, it's going to tell me, hey, yeah, it's a Common App school. Now, Pomona actually takes a couple different applications. Common App, Coalition App, and QuestBridge. QuestBridge is a scholarship program, and you would have already been starting that one. But Coalition App is technically another way to apply to Pomona. I will make a strong recommendation to use Common App and not Coalition App. Common App is a much more straightforward application for the student, and just as importantly, for us as counselors, we can track everything done through Common App. I can track when that school received your transcript and your letter of recommendation. I cannot track it at all in Coalition App, and so for your sake, we highly recommend using Common App as your application method. Again, if you have added this application through Common App, it's going to download that information from Common App into SchooLinks as long as you're linked. So that's the end today, showing you how to do some of this stuff. If you have questions, please come and see your counselor. We are available every day during lunch, but Tuesdays and Thursdays in October and November, we are available only for seniors. We'll be in the library on those days to make sure that the freshmen, the sophomores, and the juniors can't come and bug us. But we are available only for seniors on Tuesdays and Thursdays in October and November. Take some time to come and ask us. If you need help setting up SchooLinks, come and see us. If you need help with your UC, Cal State apps, come and see us. We want to help you get through this process, and please don't hesitate to reach out when you need help.